Hi, my happy enders. It's another week, and this time we have video. So if you want, you can drop by YouTube and watch the video of this massage. This one was really exciting. I saw this lady on Kill Tony, and she got up and she did her 1 minute on what she does for a living, which a lot of people do, and it's very cool when comedians actually are able to make their life funny. But this particular person, her name is Tokyo Kuntpunch. She actually is a hooker. She's a hooker, and I thought it was really cool the fact that she could joke about it, and she owned it, and she was like, fuck, this is how I make a living. Some people flip burgers. Some people touch naked people. Some people touch naked people's dirty parts. So I just like the fact that she was just so uninhibited and she was able to talk about what she does, and she didn't really give a fuck. Like, this is how I make my money. And, you know, like I told her, I've had sex, you know, for somebody to lie to me and tell me they loved me. So I don't know. I thought it was very cool, and she was very interesting. I really wanted to get into more. I could honestly see interviewing her again. So this is Tokyo Kuntpunch, and also wanted to shout out to Care by Design. You guys have been giving me this pain cream. I actually used it on Tokyo Kuntpunch. She said that she was on a cloud the rest of the night, and she slept like a baby. So that made me feel good. So Care by Design, please also, I'm really trying to get the YouTube up because it seems like you guys like the videos more than the audio. So if you could go over to YouTube, like, click, subscribe, comment. I love comments. Send me emails at joyshappyendings@gmail.com. I really appreciate it. So enjoy. Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm so excited. I think I say that on every podcast. Okay, do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Tokyo Kuntpunch.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'm here for the massage.
They all are. They're all here for the massage. In fact, there's a couple people I have asked, and they're like, I have to talk? And I'm like, yeah, like, we talk. And they're like, no, I don't want to talk. I just want the massage. So can I ask, where did the Kunt Punch come from?
Yeah, my big sister hung out with an actor that kept telling her that Tokyo Kunt Punch should be something. And she started calling me Tokyo Kunt Punch a couple times, and then I started signing up to open mics, except I spelled it as 3 words, like with the actual C word in the middle.
Uh-huh.
But then I started a podcast with this dude called Let's Kill Ourselves, and he changed the spelling to the K and put the things together so that I could get away with it on search engines and stuff and like social media so that it wouldn't be
flagged.
Yeah, exactly.
That's genius.
So yeah, and then it just kind of stuck. I wasn't sure, like, actually, right before the Kill Tony thing, I was getting feedback from people that, like, you know, my name was gonna make it hard for me to succeed because you're not gonna see that name, you know, on the side of a club. But I mean, it isn't really saying cunt with the C, so I mean, I don't know. People were saying it would make it difficult for me, but people seem to like it, so I don't know. It's a fun one.
And you know what? The thing about comedians is we all like to, like, push the envelope anyway, so why the fuck not?
Yeah, I tell people if they have a hard time with it, they can just call me cunt face, you know.
Just cunt. You don't have to say the punch. I understand violence.
Cunt is fine. People call me the Tokyo woman.
That
from the Kill Tony subscribers are like, the Tokyo woman. I'm like, I'm the Tokyo woman now? Okay.
I would have thought Kill Tony people would have been so excited to say cunt.
I know. They were, I guess. They were. It didn't take me long to get up. I was there 4 times. I think I got picked on the 4th time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
My son, when I left, he's like, "Who are you massaging, Mom?" And I'm all, "A lady named Tokyo, sir." I'm like, "That is who I'm massaging."
That's so funny.
And I will say, like, when I asked you to be on this podcast,
Yeah.
and when I told you no judgment and you said, "I believe you," that actually meant something, and I appreciate that. Because I try really hard to just be like, and like I said, I've had sex for cheeseburgers. I've had sex with somebody to lie to me and tell me they loved me. So,
I believe you. It's not you I'm worried about. It's just that I think I have to be careful because, I don't know, I've had a lot of different people whispering in my ear about what to do and what to say because I do music as well. I don't know if I followed you from my music profile, but...
You did, yeah.
Oh, I did? Okay, cool. So, yeah. I mean, for a long time, I was told, like, never to mix the comedy with the music, and, you know, like, so I was really kind of nervous when Tony was like, can you do something? So you said you're a singer, you know? I was told not to talk about my rap record, and... You know, so I was like, so I did a song that's like so old that nobody would like recognize it, but then like I don't know, I was having issues getting any sort of traction with my music, so I like ended up hitting up my comedy fans and just telling them about my music, and that actually went pretty fucking well, like because a lot of my comedy fans, which by the way I never had it until Kill Tony, this is like the first time ever that I felt like any kind of validation for the comedy. I mean, I get it from like dudes usually, like after open mics and shit. Like I mean, we make friends, but like for people to actually like kind of respect me as a comedian is not something I'm used to feeling, you know?
Right.
So that's just been so fucking cool. Like, but yeah. So. I don't know, this is kind of a twisted, weird story, but yeah, originally, like, I was gonna do my comedy in between my music and, like, have it more as a one-woman show, which I've done before, but then I was, like, advised to separate them and, like, just never cross them, but yeah, so but the funny thing is, like, so my fans from Kill Tony are just so, like, die-hard, like, they're just, like, the fucking best, and they're like all down to buy my fucking record. Like they would rather like pay me to fuck them. So they're more than happy to like pay $10 for my album to get a t-shirt. So it's been working out great. Also, I think, you know, people see my comedy and then they hear I do an album. They're like, you know, you set the bar real low if you're thinking that, you know, you're like a hooker making an album, and then they hear it and they're like impressed.
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
So, okay. So you did mention that you're a hooker.
Yes.
Now, how long have you been doing that?
About 5 years.
What got you into it?
My best friend, well, she's not my best friend anymore, but she was my hooker mentor, and she hooked her way all the way to the wealthiest rehab in Malibu. And she's now a sober living counselor. Ben Affleck was her client before, and he's her client now.
Not okay.
So, yeah, we don't talk anymore. I don't know.
Has she reached out to you and like tried to mentor you away? Like, hey, I got you into it. Now I'm going to get you out of it.
No. She got married, and the guy that she linked up with sort of just didn't, I don't know, as soon as they met, it was just, I kind of got pushed out of the picture, and then she just kind of got really, like, nasty with me and, like, passive-aggressive, and I couldn't relate to anything she was telling me, and so we just kind of grew apart, and the last thing, like, that happened was, like, she called me a retard. But it wasn't like in a loving way.
Right.
I was like, I can't even do this anymore, so.
Now, do you have, and you don't have to say names, but do you have any like high-end, I don't know what, clients? I almost called them patients because that's what mine are. I'm like,
no, I mean, I'm not going after poor people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm definitely making, these, they might not be like the 1%, but they're,
They're enough.
Yeah.
Do you do it at like a hotel room, or do you have like a
used to be a lot
nest? Like, I don't
yeah, hotels, for the most part. Recently, I'm not doing that shit out of my place. Like,
no. That's why I asked if you did it like on referrals, because I mean, I can't imagine, because when I go to people's houses, here I am with all this equipment, and I'm like, hey, and of course my name is Joy, which some people take as some other thing. And, I'm like, hey, get naked. And I'm at their house. And I've been in some sketchy situations, so I actually stopped where I only do it upon referral, like only friends who are like, hey, I have a friend who really needs it. And so I used to do a lot of at-home massages, and then I kind of backed away from them because I used to get in some crazy situations where they were like, oh, no, we're going to do this now, or, oh, you can't leave. And I'm like, yeah, I can. And I have a twin bed folded in half that I can hit you with if I need to. So
nice. Oh, my God, you're amazing. Yeah, and back to what you were saying earlier, it's not that I think you're going to judge me. It's just that you don't know, like, what other people are going to do once you, like, put something out into the world.
Right.
So it's not you that I'm worried about, but I am conscious of, like, what I'm saying, to the point where I, trying to do my best to, I don't know, not land myself in prison, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Was Kill Tony the first time you mentioned that you were a hooker?
No, I've been running all around town at all the mics, and I've been performing at all the clubs. I've performed at the Comedy Store many times before Kill Tony, and in the Belly and the OR, and no, it's definitely like my shtick. It's my thing. I mean, to the point where, like, I don't know, like the booker at a certain club, I won't say which one or who, but, I've tried doing other jokes besides hooker jokes for that particular club, because it's like, she's like letting me know it's like a family place more, and like I need to ease into that stuff more instead of open with it. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff with it.
Was it terrifying the first time you got on stage?
On Kill Tony?
Well, no, just where you actually first got on stage and was like, hey, guess what I do for a living?
Oh my God, 100%. I used to get, like, so scared going to open mics when I first started, and I just read off my phone.
Uh-huh.
But I remember my open mics, even the first open mics that I went to, people were taking their phones out and filming me just reading my shit. Because it was so fucking controversial, I think, and fucked up. Like,
right.
It's like it's almost as if I'm trying to punish myself or something,
Right. Did you have, like, a go-to job where, you're somewhere and somebody's like, oh, what do you do for a living? And you're like, I'm a manager of the blah, blah, blah.
Many times.
Okay. What was your go-to?
Recently, I say that I'm a PA.
Okay.
This is just for guys,
But,
But my friend was like, why don't you make up a better job than that? Like, say you're an urban planner. And I'm like, I don't know anything about that. He goes, look it up on Wikipedia. That's all you need to know. Just read it. And then, like, an urban fucking planner? Seriously? Like, oh my God.
That's what we call the homeless. We call them urban campers. We're like, oh, look at the urban campers. I've never said that on stage, but I was like, that'd be funny. The urban campers.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to talk to you, because I see you around the store now, and it's like, sometimes you have to be around somebody a couple times before you feel, like, comfortable to, like, talk to them,
Right.
So I know we're like slowly getting to know each other now.
I know. I kind of felt bad too.
Why?
Because as soon as I saw you, I was like, I want her on my podcast.
Do you know how amazing that felt for me, though?
But I also didn't want you to think I was using you just, because that's...
Use me. That's fine. I'm using you too. We're all using each other.
We're all using each other.
But like, no, it's awesome. I'm excited. Like, I told my music guy, like, that I'm here to promote my shit. So like, it's great for me too.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, did your best friend like take you by the hand and be like, here, this is what you're going to do now? Or did you ask like, hey, how'd you get into that? Or
yeah, I asked, I thought it was just so exciting and interesting. And I was like, I was super curious. But I think, she was a single mom. Like, she did it all the way up until her kid was like, in school basically. So, yeah, I mean, I was really curious about it. I don't know. I flunked out of law school. I tried doing a lot of things, but
we all have. I mean, that's what I feel like the Comedy Store is. Like, it's amazing, the people I get on here, and they're like, well, I did this, I did this, I did this. Like, we've never had our finger in just one pulse. We're like, no, we're going to do everything.
Oh, my God, you're great. You're really amazing.
Now,
something that you'd thought about doing before?
God, it's just... no, not really. No, I don't say my age, but I will say that I definitely came to the game late. Like,
that's how I feel about comedy. I just turned 38, so I'm like, I'm old. Like, a lot of the open micers call me Mama Joy, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I want to see some of your comedy.
It's not that good. It's now. Have you ever had like a pregnancy scare?
Oh my God. Yes. 2 times in the last month, actually.
Holy shit.
'Cause like, I need to get tested, dude. I'm afraid of what I got.
That's scary.
Yeah, well, this is not even clients. This was just my palate cleansers, and
right.
Fuck these guys with their own condoms. They have the worst fucking condoms. I don't even a Trojan. They just like 2 different guys broke condoms in my fucking pussy in the last month, and it was like within a span of weeks. So I took Plan B 2 times in the last month, and I do not wish that upon anyone. I was bleeding like for an entire month basically, because your period re-hits every time you take that shit.
Oh, I didn't know. I've never had to take Plan B. I've always kept mine for some reason. I couldn't afford the $50 for Plan B, so I had to have my kids.
Yeah, it's only $35 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
She got so excited.
I can afford that.
But yeah,
I
man.
have that in my car.
I'm actually going to have to change one of my bits, because I talk about anybody has kids. And
I know, I was surprised too. I was like, oh, only 35. This is great.
That's like almost like when my migraine pills went down, because my migraine pills used to be $30, and I went one day and the lady's like, okay, $15, and I was all, oh!
Amazing.
I got so excited.
I've never seen people more excited about healthcare than Americans. What? It's cheaper? Oh my God.
It's exciting. Because I have to have those pills like on me at all times. So the fact that I'm like, oh, I don't have to pay that much? Okay. They're like a necessity. Now, do you bring anything, or just your body? Like, do you bring toys or lube, or you just...
No, I don't bring anything.
They have to provide it all?
Mm-hmm.
What is... Okay. So, do you have a relationship, like a boyfriend?
Kind of, sort of. Like, I have this little baby of mine that I've been seeing. He's like the closest thing I have to a boyfriend, but we're not calling it that because like we don't want to kill it, you know? We don't want to kill the vibes. But I mean, I haven't fucked anybody since he left to Greece, like about a week and a half ago. And I told him I'm waiting for him. I don't know. I really fucking adore this boy. He's just such a sweetheart.
Wait, does that mean you might step out of the game? Do you call it the game? Oh.
I don't think this kid is going to be able to pay any of my bills.
Okay.
If that answers your question.
Yes, it does. So what have you been doing for a week? Just living off of your savings?
I've been really lucky. Like, I really only have one client, you know, for the last long time. It's been a long time since I've had to see anybody except for this guy, and he's so old that actually, I don't know, due to health problems, I don't have to see him that much right now, so it's
Does that get scary? Like, how are you going to pay your bills?
Yeah, I've got my plans. I've got some tricks up my sleeves.
Well, also you've got your music going and all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, that's really more like winning the lottery, but yes, please, y'all, please check out my music for sure.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, I hope so.
Look at some of the names on the wall here. Like, it happened for them.
We do have our monthly listeners on Spotify are up to like almost 40,000, so there's something happening.
That's good.
Yeah, we got on. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
And what about YouTube? Are you making a lot of YouTube content or iTunes? I meant Instagram. I don't know where iTunes came from.
It's I have a couple of music videos up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, there's stupid ass people that my kids watch that are making a living off of YouTube.
Off YouTube, yeah, wow.
It's ridiculous. There is a family. I hate them. Unless they want to be on the podcast. And then
Who?
I don't even know their names. It's a I hate them family. And what they do is they do these 24-hour challenges. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube. It's like YouTube's like favorite family.
Is it?
And they're the most obnoxious. Like, it's like, stay in a bathroom for 24 hours and you win, I don't know, like, Dad doesn't spank you tonight. I don't know. It's weird. And my kids love it. And I'm like, dude, and their house is huge. Mom has totally had work done because she's a mom and she looks pretty, which shouldn't happen. Like, hair's done, makeup's done.
Yeah.
And their house is huge. And I'm like, bitches. And I mean, like, I get mad at my kids sometimes because I'm like, you guys need to do something. And like, look at all these other kids doing shit. Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, there's ways to get around it.
Who's that?
That is Mike Schmidt.
Hi, Mike Schmidt.
Hi.
He is a part of...
I know that name.
He's a good... And he's leaving. Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
I'm going to have to look him up and see what his face is. But I know his name.
His face is gone.
His face ran away.
So does... Now,
Yes.
because you have your baby.
Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Thank you so much.
Because you have your baby, like, well, first of all, does he know?
Okay, let's clarify. This is not my child.
I know. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's not her child.
This is not for you. This is for the viewers.
Okay, this is all two of you.
He knows about my comedy. He's so sweet. I was like afraid to tell him about my comedy because I adore this boy. Oh my God. I just adore him. Hopefully you'll meet him someday. And I didn't want to tell him about my comedy. I just like he just knows about my music. Yeah. I ended up telling him my comedy and he was like, "Oh," he sent me a really funny meme. he was like, you were starting to scare me for a second there, because I was like, no, you don't understand, you don't get it, you don't understand. And then he sent me a meme, and he's like, it was like some guy, like, you know, kind of looking confused and throwing his arms up in the air, and he goes, oh, you're just a hooker. Like, it was like no big fucking deal for him.
Okay.
And I had to say, like, black guys are so much cooler than white guys on this particular issue in general. Like, whenever I tell, like, a black guy about my comedy, all they ever say is, like, I don't judge, that's cool. You know, I tell a white guy, and it's, like, usually it's very awkward, and they, like, back away slowly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
So he knows, and he's good with it.
He loves my comedy. He thinks it's so funny. He's so supportive. Like, he's just so sweet. Oh, my God. I adore him.
But, I mean, how good, good for you that you took something that you do that really nobody else can talk about, and you made it funny, and you made it your own. And there's not a lot of uniqueness, especially going to open mics. If I hear any more uber tender jokes, I'm going to sit there and laugh because that's what I do. But, yes, I do. I try and laugh at everyone. In fact, I was at an open mic once, and I was laughing at this kid, and it was bad. And somebody hit me, and they're like, don't encourage their bad jokes.
Oh, my God.
But if he shoots up the place, he's going to remember I laughed.
Oh, no.
This is Mama saving herself, because I'm a big target. Like, I'm not like these tiny little girls. Like, there's a lot to shoot.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
I do have my escape plan. I'm like, I'm going to be nice to everyone.
I have to tell you, I was at an open mic one time, and this dude was talking about, like, how he should get a gun, and it was really scary. His energy was, like, when he was telling jokes, so scary that I was like, no, it was the guy that runs the Tao of comedy, Bobby, I think is his name. But he was just, when I first met him, I didn't read him, I didn't know how to read him, and his gun jokes just, a lot of times people can tell those jokes and it's like you feel like they're joking, but this particular one, I was like, it was tense. And I was like, oh shit, am I gonna die at the Tao? It's like the old Tao of comedy. I was like, oh my God.
The most insulting part of the whole thing.
I once went after William Montgomery when William first got here, and nobody knew that he was just William. Everybody thought he was fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
And at one point, he has this backpack, and he's all, hold on. And then he, like, starts rifling through the backpack, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die here?
Oh, my God.
Didn't even get on stage.
Yeah, like, they didn't even call my name. Well, I was next. I was like, damn it, I'm next. Like, give me my 3 minutes first. And when I got up on stage, I was like, he's the kind of kid that when he wore an overcoat to high school, we all got scared. And everybody, and I feel so bad because I walked on stage. The first thing I said is, I was like, well, that was different.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, he's the kid.
Did you follow him?
Yeah.
Did you, so you got called right after him?
Yeah.
So how many times have you been on Kill Tony?
Well, this was at an open mic, but I have actually been called on Kill Tony 5 times.
Nice.
And the last time was almost 11 months ago. So
do you come every week?
Every Monday, my husband and I, it's our date night. Like, the kids know Monday nights is Mommy and Daddy's night.
And are you putting your name in the bucket, too?
Every Monday.
For 11 months?
Uh-huh. Well, before I got called, it was a 9-month wait. So I could have had a baby. I looked like I was still having one. Wow. But, yeah.
Crazy.
So there's times, like, and then there's kids like Julian Aguilar who gets pulled all of the time. So it's just...
I don't know that name. I don't know. Maybe I've seen...
He's a kid. He likes to insult the audience, and he always starts with, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Is he the one that, like, drove over from Phoenix because they said he can perform at any show he's at?
No. This kid, Julian Aguilar, he got the kitten, so he could have ended his set.
Okay.
But instead of ending his set, he decides to say, I think we should give Kanye his banana back.
What does that mean?
It was super racist, but it also didn't make sense.
Oh.
It was just
nonsense that he was like...
Yeah, he wanted to get the crowd, like, riled up, but there was no reason for it because he already got the kitten. Like, he could have stopped and not added that.
Jesus Christ.
And they're all, what the fuck did you just say?
Wow.
And then, like, the next week he got called. And then the next week, he got called, like, 4 weeks in a row.
That's insane.
And he looks like he's 15. He looks like a little fucking kid. And I was like, what are you doing, child?
Insane.
Go sit down. You need a banana. You obviously have no potassium in your body because stop talking. So it was interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's awesome. And crazy.
Now, are you going to keep coming to Kill Tony? Like, is this your Monday thing or?
It is. I don't know how long I'll do it. But right now I'm having a lot of fun. I'm wrestling with feelings of wanting. Well, there's a couple of feelings in there. So, like, first of all, what an amazing fucking 15 minutes of fame that I had. Like, how the fuck would I ever be able to top that shit, honestly? Ian Edwards, Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just so sexy. I mean, he's fucking guest starring with fucking Dave Chappelle right now, and fucking,
He's gonna narrate my life. I love his voice. I told him one day, I was like, I want you to narrate my life. I want you to be my Morgan Freeman.
And he's very handsome.
He's very
handsome.
handsome.
Side note, I think Tony's also very handsome. They're all very cute, I think. I have little crushes on all of them,
Uh-huh.
And I'm not afraid to admit it. I even told Tony. It's all good.
Did you tell Redman? And did he have to go change his pants afterwards?
I actually, because Redman's always around with his girlfriend, and it's like, I just want to be respectful.
Janice is amazing. I love his girlfriend.
Yeah, I love her too, and I don't ever want to make her feel uncomfortable, even though I absolutely adore Redman. I always tell him I do, and I always send him a lot of hearts and tell him, that I love him, and I hug him, except for when it feels like it's too much or awkward,
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to be respectful, but, I mean, they changed my fucking life, like,
right.
So I fucking worship them right now. That's how I feel. I really do.
Tony actually talked about you on a podcast he did.
I saw that with No Jumper.
Uh-huh.
I saw that and I died and I creamed myself. Honestly, like, somebody told me that it was happening when I was driving. I was like, shut your fucking face. And then I was like, oh shit, 3 million subscribers. What the fuck is happening?
Right.
And so I actually put the clip of him talking about me on my Instagram, but I ended up like meeting with him after last Monday night. Like, we all hung out, and I like manned the fuck up, and like, so like the first time I ran into him, Tony, like after the show by accident, I was really coming over to talk to William, but then like all of a sudden Tony was standing there, and I was really fucking starstruck and stupid, and I felt like there was like a power and a light like emanating from him, and I just was like all of a sudden so fucking skittish and nervous, and I was like, is it okay that I'm here? And he was like, you're fine, like he was like, but then last week, like, I calmed the fuck down and just realized, okay, just, he's a person and it's gonna be fine. You can fucking be in the same area. It's okay. But for some reason, I think because it's like his show, I was a little more afraid of seeing him than I was to see Redman,
Uh-huh.
But also, like, I'd run into Redman at the Ice House for that show, so, like, but anyways, yeah, I calmed the fuck down, and we ended up it was so much fun hanging out with him and, like, a bunch of other comedians, and Keel was there, and, like, it was just really awesome, and, just met some of his friends. We were all just joking around and having so much fun, and I was like, Tony, we were all standing around, like, me and 8 dudes, which I'm always so happy being surrounded by a bunch of guys, because, like, A, I have a gangbang fantasy, and B, no, I'm just kidding. No, because I just
Don't we all?
I just feel like so fucking like I always love getting like a lot of attention and I always feel like I always feel like one of the guys too. So it's always just but we were all hanging out and I was like, Tony, between you and me, which was so funny because everybody was there. It's like, between you and me, like I have a little crush on you and I tried to masturbate thinking about you. But then I ended up laughing because of, like, I pictured your voice. And he was like, you probably would end up laughing. And I was like, why did they call you the Golden Pony? Because I'm trying to do some research on him and stuff. Anyways, but we had...
Because he pisses on racetracks.
Yeah.
If you had to cast a gangbang...
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Okay, there's one.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm actually scared. I really want to just make sure to keep my dick in my pants. Because I feel like I have such a great rapport with all these people and I'm afraid that like if by accident like any of them slip it in, like, you know what I'm saying, like it won't be the same like innocent fun that we have now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be awkward and weird and it's like that might be the last person that you want to run into.
Right.
Like, because sometimes for a hot second there I felt like if I got too close to Tony I might just come, like in my pants.
Do you still come, like, even after, like, having sex? And, like, are you still able to come?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I come. I mean, that's what part of why I love this new little chocolate baby is he can make me come. Like, he made me come 3 times. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to, like, just guys, like, riding my face and just, like, this is not even a genre. I'm just used to, because these hot models, they don't know how to fuck.
Right.
They don't know how to make me happy. They don't give a fuck. And then part of that plays into it, like, because okay, let me answer your question.
Okay.
Sorry. What's your name again, me lady?
Emily.
Emily. Let me cast this gangbang, but let me cast it with Sasha Grey. Okay, first of all, so that I can like freely say who I want to be in it, who I'd want to see. Is that okay?
You can do whatever you want.
All right. I'm very curious to see Tony. I'm not going to lie. I would like to see Tony. I would like to see Brian Redman. I definitely want Ian Edwards in there.
Kill Tony gangbang. This is amazing. Okay, keep going.
Yes. I'm curious about Sam Tripoli. I'd like to see Chris Rock. I think Neil Brennan would be funny. So I'm going to add him into the mix.
Okay.
I also think Tom Whalen would be funny. I want to add him in.
By the way, can I tag him in this?
Absolutely.
Well, I've had Tom on the table.
You have?
I have.
I love him.
He's adorable.
He's such a little sugar bear.
And I will tell you,
His name now.
I will tell you, chocolate has made me orgasm as well.
Do they know what the fuck they are doing? Oh my god.
No, I'm just talking about chocolate.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This podcast has gone like way better than I even thought it was going to go. I was
I'm glad.
really worried that I was going to be like awkward and not know what to say because like I said, the Kill Tony podcast was so great for me because it was all guys. So I didn't feel like judged like I normally feel, like, because a lot of times women don't usually like me. I don't have a lot of women friends, or at least only recently have I gotten a lot of women friends since I like took a all female comedy class and whatever. But
women are terrifying.
Yeah, and they normally don't like, with my comedy. I think a lot of times they feel threatened even at shows. You know what I mean? Like even when I did the Ice House, it was like a lot of women that were uptight and their men were very uptight, and I feel like they felt like they couldn't really laugh because I don't do such a great job of making everyone feel comfortable.
Good, and just be you, do you.
So.
Okay, I do have a question. What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a BMW convertible.
Of course you do.
and it's fucking gorgeous, and it's a 2016, but I want to let everyone know it's metallic black. It's gorgeous, and I love it. It's got a camel leather interior. It's got fucking...
Sorry. You said camel, and I went toe. I'm sorry.
I actually have a song called Camel Toe Lightning.
There we go.
It's pretty catchy.
I have a joke where I say that some people have resting bitch face, and I have resting camel toe.
Hot.
Stupid. And then I like to look at somebody in the audience and be like, you looked. Because I like to make people uncomfortable as well.
It's kind of sexy. For sure. It even like has a cold weather package, so when I put the top down, like there's a neck heater on your neck, and like you can draw the navigation in. It's so high tech. But you know what? I really have suffered. Like, I lived in my car, you know, like a couple of years ago for about 6 months, like, and that was a sedan. That was a Chevy Volt. So like then my car got totaled, and like I guilted my sugar daddy into getting me this nice car, but like, you know,
do you ever like put Viagra in your sugar daddy's like water if you need like extra money?
No, I pride myself on being able to make him come at his fucking age, dude. He's like 70, over 70, and you know, without a cock ring, without any Viagra, I take credit in that shit. It's like the chocolate boy goes forever. Like he's young, he's 26.
Do you ever and
it's like it's almost like I'm tired. Like he wants to fuck all night long, which is great for like the first night. But then like, you know, I was sore for 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
See, I go by how many loads of laundry I can finish. So, like, if we go over 2 loads, I'm like, dude, we need to be done. I still have to do dishes. Like,
yeah,
I have to.
I guess with the blankets of the massage, it's you've got to do laundry a lot, huh?
No, actually, thankfully, the chiropractor that I work with, they have a sheet service.
Oh, that's nice.
But I have 3 boys.
Yeah,
so,
damn.
And they're dirty. Well, this summer I haven't had to do any laundry because they're just in their underwear eating cereal.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. In fact, my youngest was, he's not going to watch this. My youngest was in these Pikachu chonies for like a week. And I was like, dude, when was the last time you showered? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh my God, you're a stinkachu. And he got so mad at me. Don't call me that, Mommy.
How old is he?
My youngest is 8. Middle is 13. Oldest is 18.
Cute.
They are brats.
But damn, that's a lot of work.
Do you want kids or are you smart?
I might want to do one, but I'm definitely not ready now.
Okay.
But maybe a little down the line, I don't know.
Now, can I ask, like...
You can ask anything, I just don't promise I'll answer.
That's perfect, that's fine. What was your first experience like?
Like what, as a fucking super skank?
No, as like knowing you were going to get paid for it.
Oh.
Because I don't know.
Oh, I've had nightmares, babe. I've had a lot of bad shit. But let's see, the first one, to be honest with you, I cannot even remember.
Okay.
I do not even remember. I have fucked so many guys.
What is the funniest thing?
Honestly, I would be afraid to, like, even...
Oh, no, we won't count those penis miles.
Yeah, mileage on my pussy, like, goddamn. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
What's the funniest thing that's happened in a hotel room?
Funniest? Well, I thought it was pretty funny that, this is terrible, but there was one guy, who is a real piece of shit, and, you know, truly, I like to get my money up front the first time, just to make sure that I can trust somebody, and he wouldn't do it, and I was like, alright, whatever, I'm horny, let's fucking go. And, anyways, he ended up giving it to me, but of course he had to, like, PayPal me, like, an additional whatever, because he didn't have all the cash, and acted like he didn't realize, which is very annoying. But his sister had died, and I don't remember when, and, you know, it's definitely a little therapy in there when you do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just thought it was funny that he cried after he told me about his sister and shit. So I made him come, I made him cry.
You made him pay.
Yeah, and then it was like it was funny because he wanted to see me the next night, but he didn't want to pay me the same. Like, he thought he could, like, get some type of deal because it was, like, the next night. He's like, I don't want to feel like an ATM machine, which is funny because he, like, wanted to use me like a fucking automatic pussy machine.
Right.
But
you got the 3 C's, come, cry, and cash. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, cash supplemented by a PayPal for the shit that he couldn't even, whatever, but...
or credit. We'll just say that then.
I thought it was funny. Like, I saw this guy one time, and, like, he came, he cried. I was like, oh my god, I need to charge more. It's like...
Do you have, like, a living expense raise, like, every year? You know?
No, but my monthly is outrageous right now. My monthly is off the chain right now.
Would you take another one, like, if you got another, like, sugar daddy type person?
I think I would. I just think the money would have to be right. And right now, my dude is paying me so much money per month. It's stupid.
It's amazing.
It's so stupid. It's like literally, right now, I feel like it's over $10,000 a month right now. I mean, it has been for...
I just came. I just...
Well,
my eyes went cross. I was like, oh...
They're seriously considering the lifestyle.
Yeah. I cannot eat gluten and lose 1,000 pounds.
I've invested it in shit, like, for my career and stuff. So, so it's not like I'm just out buying clothes, which I'd love to rather do.
Well, exactly. Why would you buy clothes when you're just going to take them off, too, right?
That's so true. Yeah, but, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes, I don't know. In therapy, like, my therapist today, she's like, told me that, by the way, you're so amazing. Like, oh my god.
I thought is this your therapist telling you that, or are you telling me that?
I'm telling you.
Okay,
like,
I'll take it.
I can see why your people get angry when you, like, took maternity leave.
They're mean. Or vacation.
I'm making people.
Oh my god.
joy.
Okay, let's just switch over to you for a second, because this is incredible. How much do you charge for a massage?
Can we go back to you?
Okay.
Because, so I've worked at a chiropractor for 12 years.
Yeah.
In the 12 years, I've never gotten a raise. I get $25 a massage. And tip.
What do they charge?
They charge a lot. In fact, they made the point of they made a mistake of letting me, like, log their billing. And I think when they realized, I saw how much, because they go on vacation a lot, and it's me carrying the office a lot.
Wow.
And I think they were like, oh, we shouldn't show Joy what we make on her. So,
oh my god, you should just have a private practice, babe.
but I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
You know how, like, I like doing, like, this is fun because I get to talk. I'm not being professional. I mean, I'm being professional. I know what I'm doing. I mean, I have a biology background.
You're amazing.
But I want, like, comedy. I write romance novels.
This is such a great idea for a podcast.
And then, like, if the podcast could take off, too, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when Kill Tony started in the Belly Room, their first show, they only had 6 people. So,
how did you start a podcast here? How did you do that?
I work here on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And Emily knows everyone. She works here every day.
Yeah.
So, Emily, I don't know, hand job and some money and got me in here. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Ha ha ha. It was a blowjob.
This is my favorite place in town.
Much better, though.
Aren't we all? Blowjobs are so much easier than hand jobs.
Oh my god, I'm in love with you, Joy. So badly in love with you.
Have you ever had anyone with a foot fetish?
Yeah.
What do they do? I'm so interested. Oh,
I mean, I actually, they haven't, I mean, I've had weirdos when I was little. Like, when I was in high school, I had some guy that came up to me a couple times and been like, is your second toe bigger than the rest of your toes? And I was like, yeah.
Mine too.
And he just kept asking that. I mean, I haven't specifically been worshipped by a foot fetish guy, but I mean, like, even the guy that I'm with now, like, or like I'll just say like some random guy, just so I don't put anybody on the spot, but like they'll like, you know, actually not just him, but like my sugar daddy too, like they'll stick like a toe in their mouth when they're fucking me. I think that's pretty much like the extent of, I mean, is that, I don't know what fetish, like foot fetish people do.
Well, see, okay, we went into a sex store.
Yeah.
And they had these plastic feet hanging. And I was like, John, well, why do they have dog toys in here? And he's like, no, it's for people who have foot fetishes. And I'm like, well, what do you do with a plastic foot? And he's like, well, you can paint the toenails, you can jerk off with it, you can rub it, and you know. And then I got scared that my husband had a foot fetish. I was like, how do you know so much? And he's like, I don't know. I also almost got in trouble and kicked out of the store because I found a fister and I was hitting him with it. And the guy's like, that's not what that's for. And I'm like, but it's fun.
You were hitting who?
My husband. I was hitting him with the fister.
And you almost got kicked out?
Yeah.
Why?
They're like, ma'am, that's not what that's a sick, because they're really expensive.
What is it?
It's a plastic arm
Yeah.
that goes to about here, and
Yeah.
then the hands in a fist.
Ah!
And I thought it was funny. I wanted to buy one so I could hit the kids with it.
Oh my God.
Why not fuck them up more and be like, my mom used to spank me. My mom used to hit me with a fister. Like,
Oh my God. So do you get rip massages as well? You must, right?
I had one on my birthday on July 14th, and then before that it was 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so no.
Emily, have you ever felt this?
Yes.
I put her on the chair.
Oh.
She's never been on the table before.
Oh my God, you're amazing.
Now, is
I
there...
always feel bad because so many people come up to Joy and they're like, hey, Joy, and just turn around so that she'll start rubbing them.
Oh,
That's
gross.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask. Okay, I'm putting your back out
Yeah,
again.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So when people find out I'm a massage therapist,
Yeah.
the first thing they do is either turn their back or start telling me their problems.
It is so rude.
Do people do that with you? Like, how many open micers have you had to turn down?
I have jokes about it. It's been happened so many times. Like, I'll get guys come up to me after open mics, like, if you want to hang out? And I'm like, dude, like, you don't go to a restaurant and ask the chef for a free sample of the filet mignon. Like, what are we doing here?
One of my very, very first jokes that I wrote was about how when I tell people I'm a massage therapist and people turn their back, I'm all, you don't do that to a banker and be like, here, balance my checkbook. I'm all, what would you do to a person, like a gynecologist? Do you just stick their hand up there? No, you don't. Why would you do that to me?
Yeah.
Because I've seen it happen to Joy so many times. I just can't imagine. Because they start out, like, they try to be smooth, and they're like, oh, you know my shoulder. I can't imagine a guy just be like, you know,
My dick.
Who are these people?
All of them.
Everyone.
In fact, one of the guys in the kitchen, because I work here in the kitchen on Saturdays,
Yeah.
Tony, he's adorable, and he gets mad for me because, like, people will come in the kitchen and be like, Joy, just work on my shoulder, and he's like, what the fuck, you're more than you're a person, you're more than a massage. And I'm like, apparently not. So
Oh. Okay, I'd like to add Dave Chappelle to that gangbang. Actually, I forgot.
He has very long fingers. He grabbed my shoulder once.
He did,
And
you
his-
lucky bitch.
Okay, so what happened was he was in the
happened?
original room,
Okay.
and we were sitting there.
Yeah.
And he goes, does anybody have any cigarettes? Every woman was like, I do. And I was wearing a really low-cut shirt.
Yeah.
Because my boobs are all I've got. So he was all, does anybody have a boobie I can suck on? And he's staring straight at me, and I just shook my head and laughed. And then when he got off stage, he grabbed my shoulder, and he goes, I'm just kidding. But his fingers wrapped all the way down where they almost touched nipple. And my husband's like, holy shit, did Dave Chappelle almost grab your boob? And I'm all, I don't think on purpose. I think he just fingers are long.
Was he like, I support that?
I do. Yeah, my husband, he's like, go, babe. It's okay.
I heard he's married.
He is married.
I don't know what any of that means, but, you know, I don't know. I know this because I went to an Anderson .Paak concert recently at the Forum, and I actually saw him leaving in an Escalade, and he was, like, eyeing me from, like, the other lane.
Uh-huh.
And I was in one of those, like, my moods are so, like, up and down. Like, so if I'm feeling in a moment, I feel like I can be real charming. But in that moment, I was just like, too shy to like be like, Dave, I want to open for you. Was he like, what?
And not my legs.
I know, right? But my legs too. No, but
In a gangbang.
That is acceptable.
He could be your headliner. It'll be.
Exactly. Could be my pussy liner. But,
There you go.
But yeah, but really, like, I just have to realize it really wouldn't matter what I would have shouted at him. You know, I have to like, you know, I have to just do the work, really. But you know, it's just so exciting to see him. Like, I don't know.
Now,
Every time he's in here, the servers immediately disappear.
Really?
Yeah, and then he'll stand on stage and he'll go, bar whore, because he wants a drink. And I'm like, I guess I'm bar whore again.
Really? Why do they disappear?
Because nobody wants to run drinks for him a lot of the time.
Why?
He just asks for a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
because he's on stage.
He's on stage, and also he'll offer people in the audience drinks and
Yep.
stuff, and so the servers go away. But we still have to get him stuff because he's on stage, and so I kind of liked it one night. I went up, and he calls bar whore, and then someone went, "She's a comic." I thought that was sweet.
Wow.
It's funny when he shows up.
Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to
Yes.
say?
Okay, yeah. Please follow me at I am Hung Young. That's IAMHUNGYUNG. That's my music shit. Hung Young Terrorist. And check out my record on Spotify. And then yeah, you know me on Tokyo Kuntpunch too.
Ta-da!
That's it.
All right, take your time getting up. We're going to turn
Thank
the
you
cameras
so
off.
much.
Of course.
That was so nice.
Thank you.
We'll turn
Thank
the
you,
cameras off,
Emily.
and you'll be good.
Okay.
And I'm going to close the door, and Emily's going to go guard that door, and we're good. All right, that was Tokyo Kuntpunch. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. If you have things that you want me to ask or questions or just you want to talk to me, you can email me at joyshappyendings@gmail.com. You can always please click, subscribe, comment, and check out Care by Design's products. They're amazing, and have a good week.